back to the channel. In this video we will be going over the rebuild of a 1998 Salem Overking. Alright, so with that, here is the Overking. You will see it is a 4-door sedan. I did get this as a barn find in the previous video to this one. So with that, let's go ahead and check out some specifications. So it looks like we got about 59% on the body, 70% on the frame. Parts are at 29% and interior is 69%. So with that, let's go ahead and get this over to the car wash. Alright, so here we are at the car wash. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so we did go ahead and get that car washed. Let's go ahead and move it over to the lift. Alright, so as you can see, we do have the vehicle on the lift. And now we're just going to go ahead and get started by tearing apart the body, followed by the mechanical parts within the engine. And then we'll go ahead and get the vehicle on the lift, remove those tires, and go ahead and start with the removal of the mechanical parts from there. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so as you can see, we have removed all the body parts from the vehicle. And with that, we'll go ahead and get started removing the mechanical parts within the engine bay. Alright, we have gone ahead and removed all those parts, so now we'll go ahead and put the vehicle on the lift and get started removing those tires. Alright, so as you can see, we did go ahead and remove the body parts as well as the mechanical parts, both in the engine bay and on the vehicle, including the tires and rims. So with that, let's go ahead and get that engine out. We'll put that over on the rack, weld the frame, and get started with the engine teardown while repairing what rotors we can repair. Alright, so you can see we did go ahead and put that engine on the engine lift, and we did go ahead and finish our first rotor repair. So with that, let's go ahead and weld the frame. And the frame is welded back to 100% factory condition. So let's go ahead and put another rotor back on that last and get started with that repair while we tear apart the engine. So you can see we did go ahead and tear apart the engine as well as repairing that brake rotor and removing that from the lathe. So the next we'll go ahead and put on another brake rotor to repair if we have one. Not sure if we do, but if we do, we'll put that on the last and we'll move over to repairing the mechanical as well as the body parts from there. Alright, so as you did see, we did go ahead and finish repairing the mechanical parts as well as the body parts, and we put on that last rotor, which should finish now, it sounds like. So, with that, let's go ahead and get that engine back on the lift, and we'll get started with the engine repair. Alright, so as you can see, we did go ahead and get that engine rebuilt. So we're going to go ahead and put that back in the vehicle. And from there, we'll get started rebuilding the mechanical parts in the engine. So there's the engine. Great shot from the front. Let's go ahead and get it on the lift and we'll get started with those mechanical parts. As you may have seen there, we did go ahead and get those mechanical parts put back into the engine. Now we're just going to go ahead and get those shock absorbers removed from the struts, and we'll go ahead and get some new ones put together, uh, repair some rims after we get the tires removed from the rims. And if we have to, go ahead and purchase some more tires, get those all put together, and then we'll go ahead and start by putting those shock absorbers back on, followed by the tires. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so as you just saw, we did go ahead and get all the mechanical parts put back into the engine, along with the shock absorber struts and the tires. So with that, we'll just go ahead and get those body parts put back on the vehicle, followed by the engine bay mechanical parts, and we'll fill up those fluids. And from there, we'll just go ahead and take it out front and see about replacing the interior parts. So with that, let's get started. Alright, so as you did see, we did go ahead and complete the process of putting the body parts back on the vehicle, as well as the mechanical parts back into the engine. Now, you will notice that one of the doors we purchased was a different color than the original color we had on this vehicle. So, with that, I think we'll go ahead and make a stop to the paint shop real quick just to get that all uniformed. And from there, we'll just move it straight out to the front to get those interior parts replaced. We are in the paint shop. With that, we'll go ahead and get started with the process. We're just going to go with the factory color of black all around. And as you can see, we did go ahead and finish that paint job. So we're just going to go ahead and move it over to the front of the garage now. Alright, so as you can see, we do have the vehicle in the front. So with that, let's get started on replacing the interior parts, and then we'll see if we can get this engine started up. Alright, so it does sound like the engine started up the first time. Let's give it a few revs here. Sounds like a V8. That will go ahead and shut it down here. Alright, so as you did see, we did go ahead and get those interior parts replaced, and the engine is starting up. So with that, let's confirm the specifications real quick. Alright, so it looks like we got 100% on the body, 100% on the frame, 98% on the parts, and 100% on the interior. Not certain what we're missing on the parts there. Sure, there was probably a part here and there that was green. I may have put in there inadvertently, but we do have 98%. So as long as it's green, I'm not going to worry too much about it. And with that, let's just get a final look at the vehicle. Alright, so here's the vehicle all finalized. Looking great. Four-door sedan. Looks like a Crown Vic. Minus the little spotlight in front and the lights on top from previously being a police car. Probably aging myself there. But there we go. Let's go ahead and just get a look all around it here. Pop the hood. Looking great. Alright, so as you can see, we did have a parts value of 37,527 credits, body value of 12,067 credits, performance parts value of 187 credits, condition bonus of 10,856 credits at a buy price of 22,840, sell price of 60,637. We came up with a profit of 37,797 credits. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click the like option on the bottom of the video. If you would like to see more of this content, please feel free to click subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.